Coming to you live for the Build Ford Tough Studio. Boomer Esiason and Greg Giannotti. It's Boomer and Gio on the Fan. Simulcast across the country on CBS Sports Network and wherever you are in the free Odyssey app. Good Thursday morning. Intense Game 2 at Yankee Stadium. The Yankees come out on top. And, man, I tell you, this was dicey. Trevor Story almost taking full command of this game, but to the warning track. And, of course, you get a decent Carlos Rodon performance. Jazz Chisholm's flying around the bases. So some good stuff. Bullpen, very good for the Yankees last night. And the best part about last night is the fact that Alex Cora emptied it all out. Every one of the relievers was pitching. He desperately wanted to win this game. He didn't want to see a Game 3 in this series. And now the Yankees have their young stud on the mound, Cam Schlittner, in a winner-go-home game against another rookie with the Boston Red Sox in what will turn into most likely a bullpen game. This is where the offense has got to flex their muscles. This is where they have to move on. Good morning, Boomer. How are you?
Yeah, good morning, G. I'm great, and I'm happy that we got another baseball game tonight because last night, man, it got pretty dicey, and it got dicey in the top of the seventh when Fernando Cruz came in for a Carlos Rodon who completely lost it. I mean, have you ever seen that?
Yes, of course.
From him, I guess. I don't know.
I've seen it from a lot of guys where all of a sudden they lose the strike zone. But hey, it didn't end up killing him. And by the way, Cruz, that type of energy is just awesome to see it.
Right,
yeah.
And so he's the hero of this game.
Sure.
And I would also obviously Wells with the double, but Jazz Chisholm made three plays in this game. Why the Red Sox did not score on one of these plays where he was covering first and Rodon was a terrible throw and he had to come off the base. That was a great play. And then you have the dive that he makes, and then he makes a mistake and he's going to try to get the guy out at first. And you got Ben Rice over there who's like the backup goaltender.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, or the emergency goaltender, I should say, the NHL. And how they don't score there, that's amazing. But the fact that Chisholm actually dove and made that stop kept the guy at third base. This game had everything, man. It had everything. It had three double plays by the Yankees, a great play by Volpe at shortstop to turn a double play that was thrown. I think it was from Fernando Cruz. I forget who it was. But anyway, the fact of the matter is that this game had everything. And this is exactly why you love playoff baseball, because you got manager decisions being made. Like in Game 1, we all sat here and we sat in judgment of what Aaron Boone did. You just brought it up. Cora wanted this thing in the worst way, so he empties his bullpen. They'll all be ready to go today. It doesn't really matter. But I mean, it does in the sense of fatigue and the fact that the Yankees saw all of them the night before. I mean, that's an advantage for them. Well, I mean, and the other thing, too, is that, Garrett Whitlock, who has been a lockdown guy for the Red Sox. The last time he gave up a run was I want to say August 17th, and the run that he gave up before that was all the way back in July 4th.
And he pitched 56 pitches last night?
Yeah, and he was out there for a long time, and he was the one that gave up the earned run. And it's crazy how these things happen, but. We're the big guys. Stanton was 0 for 8 again.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Well, Judge contributed. Did they really give him a base hit for that?
They did.
That is unbelievable. But anyway, doesn't matter. He was able to make good contact. It was almost like that was a karma situation, that ball getting dropped in that situation, reminding you of what happened in the World Series in center field with him last year. I mean, maybe that's like a turning point type of deal, just in a sense of how you felt about this series. But man, this is, we talk about the big guys. Where are they in the offense? This has to be all about them, man.
Well, we say that, but it turns out to be about pitching. It turns out to be about your bullpen, and that's really what it comes down to.
I mean, Schlittler could give you. I mean, Schlittler could be great. We've seen him be great this year.
Hopefully for the Yankees, he is. I will say you can see the impact that Jazz Chisholm has on the team. You can see it. He didn't get any hits, got a walk, scored from first, makes his play at second base, stops the play at first base. I mean, there's a lot of little things that he does, and as we were talking about yesterday, little things turn into big things, especially in games this tight against two teams that are going at it toe-to-toe. And, I mean, about as competitive a baseball game as you're going to see. I mean, you could see that not one player wanted to give an inch yesterday. And that's something that you could really appreciate, get behind. And that's why, I forget who it was. I don't know. It might have been Ravitch. I think he was talking about the anxiety level at Yankee Stadium was really high as they were getting deeper into the game, and the game was tied. And then all of a sudden, Fernando Cruz comes in and does what he does. And he's lucky that Trevor Story just missed that. But, hey, it's an out. It's an out. That's all that matters. And that's the fact that this 35-year-old guy that's been bouncing around and gets traded to the Yankees and, he pitched this year, and all of a sudden in the most important spot in the Yankee season, he comes in, does what he does, and gives you the emotion that you were just talking about after he did it. I mean, that's what October baseball and playoff baseball is all about right there, that moment, that inning, and what he was able to do for his team.
Yeah, if I were a Red Sox fan, I would hate how over the top he was as a Yankee. If I were a Yankee fan, not a Yankee fan, but if I were a Yankee fan, I would love to see that type of emotion. But that's what you want, man. And that's sort of what – there's a couple of things thinking about Cruz and Chisholm that I feel like this team has missed the last number of years, and that's like – that's a little bit of that energy. It's that edge. It's that personality that we have talked about that maybe they hadn't had the last few years. So stuff like that, I really think helps a team. And, man, it was two really, really heart-in-your-throat moments. One Story going to the warning track, and then obviously the last out of the game. I mean, you're seeing that ball fly out to right, and you're thinking, oh, my goodness. I mean, we know how much that short porch is short, but Aaron Judge is there, fist pump. Win, and we move on.
Two other things I'm going to talk about, and that is analytics. The analytics said that Chisholm and Rice were not supposed to be in the lineup in Game 1. Well, Chisholm and Rice showed you just how much and how important they are to the Yankees, regardless of who's on the mound. I mean, he's his second Ben Rice's second at bat. I mean, he smoked the ball, off of a lefty,
just an atom ball. Yep.
And I know that the numbers say one thing. But, there are intangibles that you have to take into account when you are a manager, a coach, about somebody that's playing hot, the way somebody is playing. And I know he's out of position at first base, and it could have cost them last night. It really could have cost them, and they were lucky it didn't because, the Red Sox didn't take advantage of the great play that Jazz makes to keep the ball in the infield, and then the bad throw, and you got a guy over there it's like completely oblivious to what's going on. That could have cost them, but it didn't. So they were lucky. But there is no question offensively, and with Jazz's his speed on the bases is evident. And the fact that they didn't start in Game 1 makes me even more sick of analytics. I mean, and they kept talking about it on the broadcast last night, just how Ben Rice has been on fire the last month of the season.
Yeah, and
doesn't that mean anything?
It doesn't in that world, which is one of the more frustrating things. They do not believe, these numbers guys do not believe in hot bats. They don't think that momentum is a thing. They don't think about a guy swinging a hot bat as a real thing because it's not a tangible number you can put down, which is just stupid. And I was originally sort of annoyed with Jazz's post-game, like not looking at the reporters thing.
Well, we all were.
Yeah, but you know what? Now I forgive him because he wanted to be in that game because he thought that him being in there gives him the best chance to win, and he desperately wants to win, and he was frustrated about that. It wasn't about him. I honestly don't think it was about him personally. I think it was about, hey, we're a better team when I'm out here, and we can move on if I'm out there, and you didn't put me out there because of some stupid numbers bullcrap. And then when he goes out in this game, give him credit. He gave everything he had, like he did the entire regular season, was a major part of this win.
Yeah, right now, I'm going to say something, and I guess you want to call it shock talk radio, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, this is hot take?
Hot take radio.
Shock jock hot take,
I don't
Boomer?
know. I'm just all I am is a baseball fan.
Oh, wow.
And, I've been around for a while, seen a lot of things. Would you say?
Oh, yes,
I've seen good things, I've seen bad things.
Yes.
I kind of get the pulse of things going on around here. What I would do if I were the Yankees, and I don't give a crap who's pitching for the freaking Red Sox. I don't throw the numbers out, guys. Get rid of them. Goldschmidt's at first. Ben Rice is your DH. Jazz Chisholm's at second base. So what does that mean?
Oh, it means it's Stanton.
No Big G.
You're sitting
Big
Stanton.
G is like whiffing at balls, chasing balls, and I'd say, hey, you know what? Let's give this a roll here and let's see what this looks like.
Yeah.
Especially if you want Goldschmidt in the lineup for two reasons. One, they're going to be starting a lefty tonight, and two, you want first base to be on lockdown over there.
Yeah, I don't think that's a crazy hot take shock jock deal, but I think that's actually a very measured take on watching the Yankees and who's been. Yeah, I believe it's measured.
Oh, nice.
And not so much a hot take, but I will say that there is, knowing Aaron Boone, knowing this organization, there's no way that Giancarlo Stanton's not in the lineup.
That's what I would do.
I know. And I don't disagree with you. I also think that, at any point he could break out and have, a 5 RBI game. But this series he has looked lost. And, the thing about Giancarlo Stanton is he's either like really going well or he's in the tank. I'm
just saying in this moment, just what I've seen from what happened in last night's game, what was missing from game one, okay? And then and then you think about, okay, they got lucky with the Ben Rice at first base last night. It was great that Jazz Chisholm was in the lineup. He didn't get any hits, but you know what? He got the walk, and he was on first base, and on the Wells double, he scores because he's got speed, and he's aggressive. And he's thinking the moment that ball was hit, he's scoring. You could see it.
Yeah.
And then on top of all of that, you got, 0 for 8 Giancarlo Stanton. And he's whiffing and not really hitting the ball very hard. And then, so I guess it was Goldschmidt, I think got either a hit or two in game one, but I need to have first base on lockdown. And I know this is it. This is one of these games. This is like your game 7. This is it. Game 3. I want to put my best team on the field. I want to give my team the best chance to win. And I want to make sure, even though they got the lefty, I want to make sure Ben Rice is in his freaking lineup. And the best way to protect him is to make him the DH or make, whatever you want to do. Are you going to take Wells off the field?
No. I think that the tone setting that Ben Rice had last night just awesome. You mentioned the ball on a rope, that it was an atom ball. This guy is just
Mickey Mantle reincarnated.
All right. There's your hot take shock jock thing. Mickey Mantle?
Kind of looks like him.
Reincarnated?
Kind of looks like him.
My God, you got Nolan McLean as Tom Seaver. And now you got Ben Rice as Mickey Mantle.
A man
reincarnated?
A man could dream, can he?
Yeah. So of course,
this was just like the Shane. You think he's Shane Spencer? Not Shane Spencer.
Shane Spencer? No, Shane Spencer was a flash in the pan. Ben Rice has not been a flash in the pan. Shane Spencer, his crazy run there was a hell of a lot shorter and less impactful to the Yankees than what Ben Rice has been able to do over the course of the season. So
I'm just telling you what I see.
How about can he just be Ben Rice?
He can be Ben Rice.
Just let him be Ben Rice, and that's fine, and that's good enough. So yeah, but you're right. You need him now.
Uncle Ben.
Yeah, I know you can't do that anymore though. They canceled Uncle Ben.
It's a shame.
I know, because that was one of the things that I said when we were talking about Ben Rice and when Sterling was doing the games, the good old days.
Yes.
And you had, I was like, man, do you think he'll use
Uncle Ben?
Uncle Ben. And then caller called up and informed me that they had canceled Uncle Ben. There was something about that was.
Somebody made something up that somebody got insulted by or triggered off of.
I also found out that day that Aunt Jemima was canceled. That same day.
There were a lot of things that were like.
I had a moment of silence for both of them.
All right. Well, anyway. I gave you my take on what I think should happen tonight.
Yeah, right.
I don't know whether or not Aaron Boone will agree with me or the Yankee Analytic Department will agree with me. I would tell the Yankee Analytic Department, look, guys, go to Peter Luger's tonight. Have a nice steak. Enjoy a couple bottles of wine. We got this one. We got this one.
Yeah. I agree, but I just what drives me nuts is the ability for these guys not to see, or the lack of ability for these guys to see that hot players matter. Swinging a good bat is certain. Like even here in other sports, like this guy's playing good right now. This guy's on a streak, whatever it may be. Like I'm hitting the ball good, or like the shots are dropping in basketball. Just there's guys getting zones and are playing well at certain times. And then there's other guys like Giancarlo Stanton who are dead cold, but they're not going to look at those things.
They won't. They'll keep him in the lineup. The other thing too is that like the top of the seventh last night was like the bottom of the ninth for the Yankees in Game 1. Here are the Red Sox. They got guys all over the base paths.
Yeah,
and Rodon just completely. I mean, I was actually surprised that Aaron Boone let him pitch to the second batter.
Yeah.
Do
you think he was scared from what happened the previous night?
Well, he went out there and spoke with him in the previous inning, and he got the double play, which was great. I don't know. He knows his players better than anybody, and I'm sure Rodon. Next thing I know, Rodon's looking at his fingers or something. I'm like, oh Jesus, here we go.
Blisters.
I don't know, he's got blisters on his fingers or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
but get him out. I mean, those 4 pitches to the first batter of that inning were just all over the place. I'm like, get him the hell out of here. You got to. I mean, like, I know that he saw it. He had to see it, right?
Oh, God, I was just rewatching that play. That was really close to hitting him directly in the nuts, too. Said,
yeah, but that was a good play by Jazz, just staying in front of the ball like that. Both pitchers were terrible fielding and throwing.
Yeah, which is not a great memory from what happened in Game 5 of the World Series when you're talking about defense and doing those things. But yeah, I don't know what the odds are tonight. I would feel like the Yankees are a heavy favorite. You got to feel, I don't care what the history says about teams winning Game 1, you got to feel great tonight.
Well,
if you are a Yankee fan.
You got to feel great tonight if you are the business department at the Yankees, because you got 3 games in Yankee Stadium totally sold out. Making do-re-mi. This is the business side of it.
Yeah, so the Yankees, out of the 3 games or the 4 games that will be played, the Yankees are by far the biggest favorite out of, the 3 games that will be played. The other one that's on this thing is the Dodgers and the Phillies for next round. But you got the Guardians minus 116, you got the Cubs minus 118, and the Yankees minus 162. Heavy favorite.
I know it means nothing to me,
Yes, it does. That means that the expectations are high.
Well, of course,
and people know that the Yankees are going to come in and they're going to smack the ball around. They're going to hang a 4 spot. You know what they're going to hang in the first inning, the bottom of the first? Crooked number. Going to hang a crooked number.
All right. I hope you're right.
And then you're just going to coast from there.
I hope Big G, proves me wrong.
Because he's going to be in the line.
Right, but I'm just telling you what I would do, but that's just me.
Hot take, Boomer.
I don't know about a hot take, but it is a take.
Well, your hot take was that Mickey Mantle was reincarnated into Ben Rice. That was your hot take this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, but we're Gio on the fan.
Looks good, man. That kid looks good. There is nothing better than young, aggressive, energy-driven young athletes like, Jackson Dart and Cam Scatteraboo, and when Malik Neighbors got here, when Garrett Wilson got here, when Ben Rice now is starting to ascend to really settling in and not being overwhelmed. When you see these young kids actually, like when Aaron Judge came up here, when Pete Alonso came up here, that's great. Now they just got to figure out where to play him. They got to work on him in the offseason, figure out whether if it's going to be first base and catcher. Okay, let's, and it does give them flexibility, by the way. That's the good news.
All right, Boomer and Gio on the Fan and CBS Sports Network. Get Jerry's first update coming up in just a couple of minutes.